I am here to present an analogy of cells.
This is a dome from the future that takes place on another planet, where unknown and dangerous entities are identified. It takes place in a period where human technology has advanced enough to the point that people can create large-scale mechanisms that can travel through the conditions of other planets. This dome is one of the large-scale robots in which inside are where people and their creations live in harmony, working together to explore the lands of an unsaid planet. It was created in a way that resembles that of the cell, having a protective layer, mechanisms inside it that helps it move, and having something keep on check on what goes within it.
Here are parts of the dome that resemble cell organelles. First is the force field of the dome.
It restricts and impedes movement towards the inside of the dome. It also has an opening where the inhabitants want something to get in just in case. It is like the cell membrane, which protects the insides of a cell and regulates what comes in and out of it.
Second is the mainframe computer.
Essentially, the mainframe computer sends signals to the other machineries to let them know when to conduct their corresponding task. It is like the nucleus. The nucleus controls and regulates the activities of the cell, like growth and metabolism, and carries the genes, which contains the hereditary information.
Third is the motherboard.
It is found within the nucleus of the dome, the mainframe computer, and together with the rest of the mainframe computer, it contains information that helps produce drones within the dome for various tasks. It is like that of the cell's nucleus. It is a suborganelle of this nucleus composed of proteins and ribonucleic acids, also known as RNA, whose role is to assemble rRNA codes for protein synthesis.
Fourth is the force field of the mainframe computer.
It restricts signals and physical beings aside to those who are authorized. It is like the nuclear pores of the nucleus, which are permeable barriers that limit the entry of the proteins and RNA, but allow the free passage of water, ATP ions, and other small molecules.
Fifth is the components of the insides of the mainframe computer.
It is also located where the motherboard is placed, and it is where the information from the nucleus of the dome, the mainframe computer, are stored. It is like the chromatin, which are cellular bundles made out of complex macromolecules of DNA, RNA, and protein.
Sixth are the drones.
The dome consists of a variety of drones. Some regulates the structural support, some regulates the movement of the dome, some check for errors found within the dome as corrected, some aid in the manufacture of products of the other machineries, and others cleans up whatever wastes lie within the dome. These are like the proteins involved in cells. They are involved in virtually all cell functions. Each protein within the body has a specific function. Some proteins are involved in structural support, while others are involved in bodily movement. Or in Venn diagram terms, proteins are also responsible for nearly every task of cellular life, including cell shape, inner organization, product manufacture, and waste cleanup.
Seventh are the manufacturers within the dome.
These people can manufacture the proteins of the dome, the drones, to conduct various tasks within the dome. They are like the ribosomes of cells, which are protein factories of the cells. Composed of two subunits, they can be found floating freely in the cell's cytoplasm or embedded within the endoplasmic reticulum. Using the templates and instructions provided by two different types of RNA, ribosomes synthesize a variety of proteins that are essential to the survival of the cell.
Eighth is the path within the dome.
This helps direct the drones and workers to its rightful places. It is similar to the endoplasmic reticulum, which is a membranous system of interconnected tubules which serve as the transport system of the cell.
The ninth is the drone factory.
This is the workplace of the drone manufacturers, where they carry out actions to manufacture drones. It is similar to that of the rough endoplasmic reticulum. On it has ribosomes, which are small round organelles whose function is to make those proteins.
The 10th is the miscellaneous materials factory.
The drone factory, this one manufactures the other materials needed to run the dome. Similar to that of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it takes charge of the metabolism/synthesis of carbohydrates, lipid, enzymes, etc.
11th is the drone modifier machine.
It carries out actions that help specialize the other drones for specific actions, like how others are specialized for the dome's structural stability, others are specialized in regulating the other machineries, and how others are specialized in aiding the movement of the dome through various environments and obstacles. Likewise, it is similar to that of the Golgi apparatus. If the proteins from the rough ER require further modification, they are transported to the Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex. Like the ER, the Golgi apparatus is composed of folded memories. It searches the protein's amino acid sequences for specialized codes and modifies them accordingly. These processed proteins are then stored in the Golgi or packed in vesicles to be shipped elsewhere in the cell.
12th is the energy generator.
It is the energy source of the dome. Incidentally, it collects various minerals from the outside world to use it as energy for sustaining the inside of the dome. It acts the same way as the mitochondria, which are the powerhouses of the cell. Mitochondria are oval-shaped organelles found in most eukaryotic cells. As the site of cellular respiration, mitochondria serve to transform molecules such as glucose into an energy molecule known as ATP. ATP fuels cellular processes by breaking its high-energy chemical bonds.
The 13th are the Tesla towers.
It produces high amounts of electricity to kill off foreign and harmful unwanted entities that invades the dome. It contains qualities that correspond to the lysosomes, which are spherical sacs that contain powerful digestive enzymes. They destroy bacteria and other microorganisms that invade the cell.
The 14th is the recycling bin-like machine.
It carries out actions to recycle and store some certain unused resources for later use, and it also disposes harmful waste found within the dome. It is like the vacuole, a membrane-enclosed sac for storing essential materials while disposing of poisonous or harmful waste.
Lastly, 15th are the solar panels found outside the dome.
It aids in producing energy so that the machineries of the dome can function with certainty, very similar to the chloroplast, as together with the action of sunlight and H2O, in the process called photosynthesis, it manufactures food for plants.